Hello, dear viewers. Support me by subscribing to my channel and share my video if you like it. And also, make sure you comment your thoughts. Now let's start the video. Before we start the story, there are some points I should make clear. During this story, Son Gohan will be very overpowered. Second is that author has a knack for not mentioning numbers, such as power level and other in many places. So these are the things you have to be clear about. In the Dragon Ball world, I-762, there's this kid chillin' on a small mountain peak on Earth. He's wearing an orange martial arts uniform and has a long sword strapped to his back. Right now, he's just staring blankly at the sky. This kid is Gohan, the son of Goku, but this Gohan isn't the same one from the original story. He's a time traveler. A few minutes later, Sam is still grinding away at his job, writing programs. Just as he's about to wrap things up, everything goes dark for a second. When he opens his eyes again, he's in this new world as a 5-year-old version of Gohan. It's been about 6 months since Goku and Raditz took each other out, so there's still some time before Vegeta and the crew show up on Earth. Suddenly, he hears a voice say, "Ding!" confirming the bloodline of the host and starting master recognition now. While Sam is still trying to figure out what's going on, this electronic voice pops into his head. "System," Sam blurts out without thinking, snapping back to reality. In front of him, a blue progress bar appears, and it fills up super fast, hitting 90% in no time. A few moments later, it reaches 100%. The training system has completed master recognition. Now, all you need to do is one push-up to boost your combat power. Do a push-up to get stronger. Sam is taken aback. That sounds a lot like Saitama's training method from One Punch Man. "Yep, master," the system replies, "but if I follow your training, I won't end up bald, right?" "What are you talking about, master?" "I'm a trustworthy system." "Trustworthy?" Sam thinks it's funny how bad people always say they're good, but good people don't need to brag about it. "Whatever, right now I just need to stay alive. If it doesn't work, I'll just wear a wig." "Master, you don't believe me." The system sounds a bit offended. "I totally believe you." Sam laughs. "Fraud!" Seeing the system act all childish makes Sam want to tease it more. "Hey, system, are you a girl?" "Huh, no way. This system is all man." All right, you're a man. But usually, other systems hook you up with a newbie gift package. Do you have one for me?" "You said other systems, so obviously, I don't have one." Sam is left speechless. "I wouldn't be so confident without you." "Master, happiness comes from hard work. Even though I don't have a newbie gift package, if you train hard, the system will reward you with an upgrade package when you hit a certain level." "How big is it?" "It's as big as you can imagine." Sam is silent again. "Do you think you're funny?" "Not really. I'm just the third best in the world." After hearing that, Sam decides not to argue anymore. "So, can I only do push-ups to get stronger?" "Of course not. You can also do sit-ups, run, squat, do pull-ups, and other exercises. Plus, the system is just here to help you enhance your training." "Enhance?" "Yeah. Basically, you've got a strong bloodline. Even without the system, you can get stronger through practice. The system just speeds things up and gives you time to relax." Relax! When Sam hears that, he thinks the system is pretty considerate. But then he wonders, wouldn't it be better to have a system that makes him stronger without all the work? Guess nobody's ever satisfied. "Yep, master. From now on, I'm Gohan," Sam thinks to himself. Then he starts doing push-ups on the cliff. "Ding, congrats, master. You did one push-up and gained +1 combat power." "Ding, congrats, master. You did 2 push-ups, combat power +2. "System, can you chill with the noise?" Gohan says, getting annoyed. "Okay, master." The system finally quiets down, and Gohan's ears feel a lot better. 10, 11, 12... As he keeps doing push-ups, he mentally counts. At first, it's tiring, but as he keeps going, he starts feeling more relaxed, even though he's sweating like crazy. The sun is blazing. Before he knows it, it's noon, and he's starving. By the end of the morning, he has done over 100 push-ups. He took his time at first, but if you asked him to do that many again now, he'd probably finish in under 2 hours. "I must be stronger than Goku now, right?" he mumbles to himself, then jumps off the mountain to look for food. Suddenly, he feels the ground shake. He turns around and sees a big, earth-colored dinosaur with a scar on its face and most of its tail missing. Gohan is the one who chopped off its tail before. Back when he wasn't as strong, this dinosaur chased him around for a meal, but after he got stronger, he took some tail meat for himself. This dinosaur is all about eating and not fighting. Every time Gohan cuts off its tail, it still tries to chase him down for food the next time they meet. "Hey, big dino!" He grins when he sees his lunch coming right to him. He pulls out his sword and gets ready. Whoosh! Just as the dinosaur gets close, he jumps up, lands behind it, and swings his sword down to chop off its tail. Yow! The dinosaur screams and runs off, knocking itself out on a nearby mountain. "Thanks, Dino," he laughs, gathers some firewood, and starts a fire. Once the flames are roaring, he uses his sword to grill the dino meat. After a while, the meat is ready. Gohan, already starving, digs in. "Wow, it's so hot. Delicious. I didn't expect dinosaur meat to taste this fresh and tender." In Sam's old life, dinosaurs were long gone. If he hadn't traveled to the Dragon Ball world, he wouldn't have had the chance to try it. After eating, he heads back to the mountain peak for a nap. When he wakes up in the afternoon, he finds some water to wash up. Remembering that he hasn't mastered the flying technique yet, he decides to practice it. Once he learns to fly, he feels way more agile. He taught Golden and Videl how to dance in the air in Dragon Ball Z, so he figures he can control it pretty well. Since he knows how to use ki, he quickly floats up into the air and starts flying around. Whoa, it's his first time flying, and he's super excited. After practicing for an hour or two and getting the hang of it, he falls from the sky and starts doing push-ups again. Flying is just a basic move in Dragon Ball, and he knows he needs to get stronger fast. As twilight sets in, he does 5,000 push-ups, bringing his combat strength to a new level. Gulp. After all that training, he's hungry again. Just then, a green-skinned guy in a dark purple-blue combat suit and a white cape flies in. It's Piccolo. "Uncle Piccolo," he shouts with joy. Whoosh! Piccolo lands on the mountain peak and tosses a big fish in front of him. "I caught this from the river. You can grill it and eat it." "Thanks, Uncle Piccolo." "Sure thing," Piccolo nods. "So, how's your training been going?" "I've made a little progress." "Good." He jumps off the mountain to gather firewood for grilling the fish. Once he finds some, he gathers energy in his hand and starts a fire. When the fire is ready, he sticks the fish on the skewer and starts grilling it. Piccolo comes down and sits next to him, and they both chill in silence around the fire. After a while, the fish is done. He picks it up and asks, "Uncle Piccolo, want some fish?" "No thanks, I'm good." He shrugs and digs in. After finishing the whole fish, he lets out a big burp and lies back. "So full." Piccolo watches him and can't help but smile, but then his expression turns serious again. He cares about Gohan, but he knows he's Goku's son, not his own. Gohan, lying on the ground, drifts off to sleep. Sleep, sleep. Piccolo is surprised. He ends up sitting next to Gohan all night, not leaving until dawn the next day. "Uncle Piccolo!" Gohan wakes up and notices Piccolo is gone. He calls out, but no one answers. Did he leave? He wonders to himself. He heads to a nearby river to wash up, and after that, he catches a wild boar to barbecue for breakfast. After eating, he rushes back to the mountain peak to train. "Let's aim for 100 this morning." He sets a small goal and gets down to business. 1, 2, 3. The morning flies by. He not only hits his goal, but also manages to do 100 sit-ups. "I'm so tired," he wipes the sweat off his forehead and looks down the hill. He feels a bit disappointed when he doesn't spot the dinosaur. The dino meat was really good. After taking a moment to calm down, he jumps down the mountain to hunt for lunch. Even if he can't find dinosaur meat today, he still needs to eat. After searching around, he spots a wild boar, skillfully grabs some firewood, and roasts it up. Later in the afternoon, after waking up from his nap, he washes up and starts training again. Since he's gotten a lot stronger, he decides to try one-handed push-ups. "Ding! Congrats, Master, you did a one-handed push-up. Your combat effectiveness is +2. "Ding! Congrats, Master! You did 2 one-handed push-ups. Your combat effectiveness is +4. He is a bit taken aback by the system's notifications. "System? Why did my combat power go up by +2? "Master, the training system boosts combat effectiveness based on how hard you're training. What if I practice under 100 times gravity?" he asks. "If it's an ordinary push-up, it's 50. A one-handed push-up is 100. A 2-finger push-up is 150. If it's 200 times gravity, then multiply it by 2 and 300 times. Multiply by 3. The stronger the master gets, the more his cultivation will increase. After hearing this, Gohan thought for a moment. He remembered that the maximum gravity of the gravity chamber in Dragon Ball was 800 times. If he does 2-finger push-ups under 1200 times the gravity, 1 push-up would equal 1, and 1200 push-ups would be 1 million. There are 365 days in a year. How could he reach billions in combat effectiveness in 1 year? Of course, that's assuming he has a gravity chamber with 1200 times the gravity. What if I don't have a gravity chamber and just practice with my own weight? Can I still boost my combat power that much? Of course, the system is very flexible. How flexible is it? Be flexible. Be flexible. Yeah, Gohan said and started doing 1-finger push-ups. His combat power has now reached 1 million. And it's still pretty easy for him to do 1-finger push-ups without any extra weight. The afternoon flew by, and before he knew it, the sun had already set. Gohan finished 15,000 1-finger push-ups, sweating like crazy. Each 1-finger push-up increases his combat effectiveness by 3 points. Since he did 15,000 in one afternoon, that means he boosted his combat effectiveness by 45,000. If he keeps this up, he might be able to reach a combat power of 300 million within a month. Plus, after Gohan's strength increased, he could do push-ups much faster than before. Today was another fulfilling day. Gohan looked at the darkening sky and sighed happily. After that, he hummed a little tune while looking for his dinner. Ha hey, use the nunchucks, ha, hey, hey. Just as he was halfway through his song, he suddenly noticed someone watching him from behind. So he stopped in his tracks. Has been discovered. Piccolo, who was hiding behind a small mountain peak, was secretly shocked. He came here today just to sneak a peek at Gohan. Even though Piccolo seems cold, he actually cares a lot about him. He had secretly visited Gohan several times before. As for why he had to do it secretly, one reason is that he wants Gohan to learn to take care of himself, and the other is that he's a big devil. If Krillin and the others found out that he looks after Gohan like a mother hen, they would laugh their heads off. Gohan smiled and walked forward again. Phew. When Piccolo saw this, he breathed a sigh of relief. Looks like he didn't notice me. The next morning, Gohan woke up and saw Piccolo sitting nearby. Next to him was a big fish that had just died. Uncle, Piccolo. Gohan jumped a little at the sudden sight of him. Even though he really liked Piccolo, the green skin and face could be pretty scary. Especially first thing in the morning. He had only traveled here a few days ago and wasn't used to Piccolo's appearance at all. You're awake. Piccolo gave Gohan a flat look. Yeah, Gohan nodded. Why did you come here so early today? I came to see how your martial arts training is going. My martial arts? Yeah, I'll fight you after you finish your breakfast. Fight. Fight. Yeah, don't worry. I won't use my full strength. Gohan chuckled nervously. Even if Piccolo tries his best, he can't beat him. Uncle Piccolo, let me wash up first, and then I'll grill this fish. Sounds good, Piccolo nodded. After a while, Gohan grilled the fish and ate it all up. Gohan, are you okay? Don't worry, Uncle Piccolo. I just need to sit for a bit to digest. Piccolo was speechless. As a Namekian who only needs to drink water, it's hard for him to understand that humans need time to digest their food. After a while, Gohan stood up. Ready? Yai, Gohan nodded. Then go ahead and attack me. All right, Gohan said with a smile. Piccolo snorted coldly, looking unconcerned. In his mind, no matter how much Gokien's strength improved, he still couldn't be his opponent. Whish! At that moment, Piccolo felt a strong wind rush past him. He was instantly startled and broke into a cold sweat. He quickly turned around and saw Gohan smiling at him. Uncle Piccolo, when did you get behind me? Just now. What's up, Uncle Piccolo? Nothing. Nothing, Piccolo said, his expression turning serious. He hadn't expected Gohan to become so fast after not seeing him for a few days. Oh, so Uncle Piccolo, am I really going to fight now? Really going to fight? Yeah, I just wanted to make sure you were ready, so I walked around behind you. Do whatever you want. If you can beat me, I'll let you go home for a day. Go home? Yeah, didn't you want to go home before? It is definitely more comfortable at home, but if he goes back, Chi-Chi will surely make him study. Uncle Piccolo, I actually don't want to go back that much now. Don't want to go back? Gohan nodded. Uncle Piccolo, if I beat you, will you take me to see Uncle Krillin? What's so great about that little bald head? Piccolo snorted. After a few seconds, he agreed. Okay, as long as you beat me, I'll take you to see them. Gohan smiled and nodded. And then we can continue fighting, right? Sure, Gohan replied. Whoosh! At this point, Piccolo's fists flew like the wind, attacking Gohan. He moved slightly and easily dodged Piccolo's strikes. Damn it, Piccolo grunted angrily and kicked hard with his right foot. Gohan dodged to the side, avoiding the attack again. How is this possible? Piccolo looked in disbelief. His initial attack hadn't used all his strength. But that kick just now was full force. Suddenly, Gohan appeared in front of him, raised his right foot, and kicked him in the body. Piccolo screamed as he was kicked off the mountain and fell heavily to the ground. After a while, he covered his chest with his right hand and slowly got up. Whoosh! Piccolo gasped for air, looking a bit embarrassed. Gohan's kick made him feel like all his internal organs were shifting around. When did this kid's power get so strong? Whoosh! Thud! At that moment, Gohan flew down from the small mountain peak in front of Piccolo. Uncle Piccolo, do we still want to fight? He asked, putting his hands in his pockets. After hearing this, Piccolo gritted his teeth. Gohan, when did you become so strong? Just a few days. Piccolo had been secretly observing Gohan for 6 months during his training. So if he lied, Piccolo would catch on easily. Piccolo stared at him, starting to have some doubts about Gohan's identity. Although Gohan had been training for 6 months, he wasn't as timid as before. But the current Gohan was way too calm. He was completely different from the Gohan Piccolo knew. However, Gohan still respected him just as much as before. Did you hit your head? Piccolo thought to himself. Gohan, have you had any head injuries during your training these days? Head? Yeah. No. Gohan shook his head. What's up, Uncle Piccolo? Nothing. It's okay. So, Gohan, how did you suddenly get so strong? Doing push-ups. Push-ups? Yup. I did tens of thousands of push-ups yesterday. A bead of cold sweat appeared on Piccolo's forehead. He also does push-ups regularly. If he does them without any weights, he can easily do tens of thousands. But that kind of training doesn't seem to boost strength much. Besides doing push-ups, do you do any other exercises? I also did sit-ups. Piccolo was speechless. This wasn't just ordinary training. But whatever. As long as Gohan gets stronger and can handle the Saiyans in 6 months, then Gohan being stronger than him is fine. Uncle Piccolo, can you teach me the demon-penetrating light-killing cannon? Even though Gohan is stronger now, his skills still need work. Of course. Piccolo was a bit taken aback. He hadn't expected Gohan to want to learn his strongest move. The demon-penetrating light-killing cannon is Piccolo's most powerful technique, but it takes a little longer to pull off. Uncle Piccolo, what other tricks do you have? Why don't you teach me those too? Okay, but if I teach you, you have to practice hard. Sure. Gohan nodded. After Piccolo looked at him, he immediately put 2 fingers on his forehead, and a golden aura appeared at his fingertips. After a moment, Piccolo finished gathering his energy and pointed his fingers at the small mountain peak in front of him. Magic light killer cannon. Whoosh. After Piccolo finished speaking, his fingers shot out a golden swirling energy wave hitting the small mountain ahead. With a loud bang, the mountain was blown to pieces, and debris flew everywhere, landing near the 2 of them from the explosion. How was that? Piccolo asked Gohan. Good. What do you mean, good? I killed Raditz with that move. Piccolo was not pleased to hear Gohan rate his ultimate technique as just okay. That's very powerful. Seeing Gohan's lackluster response made Piccolo even more annoyed. Forget it. This move isn't very practical anyway. So I'll teach you something else. Something else? Yep, Piccolo nodded. The next technique I'm going to teach you is called Magic Flash. Magic Flash! The morning passed quickly, and before he knew it, it was already noon. Gohan found a wild boar nearby for lunch. After eating, he took a nap on the hilltop. In the afternoon, Piccolo took Gohan to the lookout. Whoa! The Great Demon King Piccolo! When the Tien Shinhan and the others saw Piccolo, they immediately looked terrified. With Goku gone, if Piccolo attacked them, nobody would stand a chance. Piccolo noticed the fear on Krillin and the others' faces, and showed a hint of disdain. Don't worry, I won't attack you until I defeat the Saiyans. Thank goodness, Krillin sighed in relief. Uncle Krillin! At that moment, Gohan suddenly shouted to Krillin. Is that you, Gohan? Yeah! Gohan nodded. Who are Krillin and the others? This is your Uncle Tien Shinhan, Uncle Yamcha, and Uncle Chatsu. Uncle Tien Shinhan, Uncle Yamcha, Uncle Chatsa. Gohan greeted the three of them. Hey, they all nodded. So, Gohan, how's your training going? Good! Good? Piccolo raised an eyebrow. Gohan's strength now surpasses his own. If he thinks it's just good, then what does that say about Piccolo? What's wrong with you, Piccolo? Krillin noticed Piccolo's expression and asked. Nothing. Nothing. Really? So Gohan, you're here to train today, right? No, I just came to check on you and ask for some toiletries. Toiletries? You mean toothbrushes? Yay! Gohan nodded. Then I'll go find Bobo and see if he has any toiletries. Bobo? Bobo is a servant of the gods. Didn't your dad tell you? Yamcha said. I remember hearing about it, but I forgot for a moment. That's it. At that moment, the corner of Gohan's mouth lifted slightly. Don't you guys want to know how strong this kid is now? Yamcha chimed in. Gohan's strength. Yeah. Okay. I also want to know how strong Goku's son is, Yamcha said as he turned to Gohan. So how about it, Gohan? Don't worry. I'll go easy on you. Gohan went quiet at that. He wasn't sure if he should call Yamcha confident or just plain arrogant. Go easy. Piccolo couldn't help but laugh. What are you laughing at? Yak shot back, startled. I'm laughing at how foolish you are. Honestly, don't kid yourself, even I can't beat him. What? You can't beat him? Yamcha looked shocked, and Tien and Chiatsu shared his disbelief. In just 6 months, Gohan had surpassed Piccolo. Yeah, just then, Krillin came out with Bobo. He noticed Yamcha and the others looking shocked and asked, What's going on with you all? Krillin, Piccolo just said Gohan's strength is greater than his now. Yamcha replied, What? Krillin was stunned. He thought Gohan was strong, but he didn't expect him to be able to take on Piccolo. This was good news for them. With Gohan around, they wouldn't have to fear Piccolo, and they had more hope of defeating the Saiyans who were coming to Earth in half a year. Excitement lit up Krillin's face. That's awesome, Gohan. I never thought you'd surpass Piccolo. Piccolo snorted at this, feeling a bit annoyed. Okay, Gohan nodded, happy. Yeah, it's great, Gohan. Even if I'm not as strong as you, I still want to see how strong you really are, Yamcha said, trying to save face. All right then. Okay, Yamcha nodded. They both stepped back, creating some space. Piccolo and the others moved to the sides, not wanting to interrupt the fight. Uncle Yamcha, let's get started. Sure. Yamcha nodded and charged at Gohan like a whirlwind. Gohan just shifted to the side to dodge him. Yamcha was surprised and quickly raised his right foot to kick Gohan. Boom! Gohan blocked Yamcha's kick with his left arm. Damn it. Yamcha gritted his teeth and quickly stepped back. Gohan watched him calmly. At that moment, the Earth God slowly walked out of a room in heaven on crutches. God, Bobo rushed over to help him. Is this Son Gohan, the son of Goku? The Earth God asked. Yes, God. What? Suddenly Yache shouted and rushed toward Gohan like a wolf. He quickly got in front of Gohan, trying to grab him with his hands like claws. This move was called the New Wolf Fang Fist, an upgraded version of his old technique. Whoosh! Gohan easily dodged Yamcha's attack. No way Yamcha's attacks can't even touch Gohan. Tien analyzed the fight. Right. I can't believe Goku's son is this strong, and he's only 5 years old. Saiyans really are a powerful fighting race, Krillin added. Yep, Tien agreed. Suddenly Gohan used his right hand to knock Yamcha back several hundred meters. Boom! Yamcha landed on the ground, panting. Son of Goku, I won't give up that easily, Yamcha said, slowly getting back up. Piccolo was speechless. If Gohan hadn't held back, Yamcha would have been down for the count. This kid is too soft-hearted, Piccolo thought. Yamcha then held his wrist. With his left hand, gathered energy into his right palm, forming a blue energy ball to attack Gohan. Gohan swayed and dodged. Yamcha raised his right hand upward, sending the blue energy ball flying into the sky. Are you using spirit balls? Gohan realized what Yamcha was doing. Whoosh! The blue energy ball, under Yamcha's control, zoomed back toward Gohan. Gohan stood still, waiting. Soon, the blue energy ball hit Gohan and passed right through him. After Image Fist, Krillin recognized the move instantly. Damn it, Yamcha gritted his teeth, feeling powerless. Gohan was so strong that he couldn't even touch him. Whoosh! Suddenly, Gohan appeared in front of Yamcha and knocked him down with one punch. Yaksa, I am fine. Yamcha struggled to stand up. Gohan then mimicked Yamcha's earlier stance and formed a blue energy ball. Is that the spirit ball? Tien was shocked. He didn't expect Gohan to pick up Yamcha's technique so quickly. As soon as he finished speaking, Gohan threw the blue energy ball and made it fly around in the sky. Boom! With a shout, the spirit ball exploded in the air, creating a massive cloud of smoke and fire. What? How is the power of that spirit ball so huge? Yamcha was stunned. He knew how powerful his own technique was. Is it because he's stronger than me? Yamcha thought. Just then a small kitten with blue fur and a white face flew over from a distance. It was none other than Yamcha's friend Puar. He had just been hanging out with Yajirobe on Korin Tower and didn't know Piccolo and the others were around. Master Yamcha. Puar. Master Yamcha, what happened just now? Nothing, I was just sparring with Gohan. Gohan? Puar turned to look at Gohan. So, he's Son Goku's son? Yep, Yamcha nodded. Son Goku's son. Yajirobe rushed over. This kid looks a lot like Goku when he was young. Uncle Krillin, who's he? He's your dad's friend, Yajirobe. Uncle Yajirobe. Yajirobe nodded. By the way, who won the fight? Gohan won, Krillin said. Wow, Gohan is so powerful now. Yajirobe was taken aback. He was about on the same level as Yamcha, and if Yamcha couldn't win, he probably wouldn't stand a chance against Gohan either. Yeah, Gohan is the strongest among us now. Even Piccolo can't beat him. When Piccolo heard this, he shot a glance at Krillin, who immediately felt a chill run down his spine. Even Piccolo can't beat him? Yajirobe was shocked. Krillin nodded. Uncle Krillin, can I ask you a favor? What's up, Gohan? Can you ask Aunt Bulma to help me build a gravity chamber that's 100 times stronger? 100 times gravity chamber. Everyone was stunned. Yep. Gohan, do you know how heavy 100 times gravity is? Krillin asked. Of course. It's 100 times my body weight. If you weigh 20 kilograms, then 100 times gravity would be 2 tons. Oh, Piccolo couldn't help laughing at that. Little Baldy, just do what Gohan said. I'm not Little Baldy. My name is Krillin. Then I'll call you Krillin, Little Baldy. Piccolo laughed. Damn it. Krillin clenched his fists, gritting his teeth. Uncle Piccolo, even if Uncle Krillin is bald, I still want you to call him by his name. Krillin fell silent, wishing they wouldn't mention the bald thing. Fine, whatever, Piccolo said to Gohan. Wow, he actually listened to Gohan. Yamcha was shocked. As soon as he finished speaking, Piccolo shot him a cold glare. Yamcha quickly covered his mouth, remembering the trauma of being killed by Piccolo's father, the great Demon King. Piccolo snorted, glancing at Gohan. So, Gohan, if there's nothing else, let's head back, alright? Sure, Gohan nodded. Uncle Krillin, if the gravity chamber is ready, let Uncle Piccolo know. Be Piccolo? Krillin's expression changed. Well, Gohan, if the gravity chamber is ready, I'll come to you personally, okay? Sounds good. This capsule has toothpaste and a toothbrush in it. It should last you for half a year. Bobo tossed a universal capsule to Gohan. Thanks, Gohan said gratefully as he put away the capsule. Alright, let's go back. Yep, Gohan nodded. Goodbye, Uncle Krillin. Everyone. Goodbye. They all waved as Gohan left with Piccolo. I can't believe Gohan has grown up so fast, Krillin said, feeling emotional as he watched them leave. Yeah, Tien nodded. We used to look up to Goku, but now... Hearing this, Krillin and the others lowered their heads. They wanted to catch up to Goku, but there was no way to do that. Goku was just too strong, both in talent and effort. After a moment of silence, Yamcha suddenly looked up at Krillin. Well, Krillin, you're the one who should go find Bulma about the gravity room, right? Sure, Krillin nodded. Bang. After saying that, Krillin rushed off to find Bulma. On the other side, Gohan and Piccolo returned to their training spot. So, Gohan, will I be training with you from now on? Training together? Yeah, even though you're stronger now, I can still be your sparring partner. Okay. In West City, Bulma was sitting at a table, bored. flipping through a magazine. Suddenly, a figure fell from the sky. Bulma! What? Bulma jumped up from her chair, startled. When she saw it was Krillin, she smacked his bald head. Krillin, you scared me to death. What? I called you just now, but you didn't hear me? Bulma rolled her eyes. So why are you here all of a sudden? Well, Gohan came to me today and asked for help in building a gravity chamber that's 100 times stronger. 100 times gravity chamber? Bulma was taken aback. Yep, Gohan is the strongest among us now. Strongest? But isn't Gohan only 5 years old? Yeah, but he's a Saiyan and his talent is insane. That's true, but I've never made a gravity chamber before, and I'm not sure if it'll work. It's okay, just do your best. All right. After a day, Gohan's combat power reached 1 million. He was sitting cross-legged on a small mountain peak when he suddenly heard a notification. Ding, congratulations, Master, for breaking through 1 million in combat power and obtaining the transformation technique. Transformation? Gohan thought, and suddenly a ton of memories about transformation techniques flooded his mind. After the reward, please continue to practice hard, Master. Sure. What's wrong with Gohan? Piccolo asked when he noticed Gohan, zoning out. Nothing, Uncle Piccolo? Okay, Piccolo closed his eyes to meditate. A week flew by in no time. During that week, Gohan's combat power soared past 1 million. Now he was doing one-handed push-ups. Ding! Congratulations to the Master for breaking 1 million in combat power. You'll get teleportation, gum ghosts, and 99 fairy beans. As soon as Gohan heard this, a ton of memories about teleportation and gum ghosts flooded his mind. After the reward, keep practicing hard, Master. Gum ghost? Gohan was taken aback. He remembered that this move was something Gotenks used. Hey, can I get some more serious moves? Serious? What's wrong with Master Gum Ghost? It's just too childish. But Master, aren't you a kid? I might look like a kid, but inside, I'm an adult. Oh, you're still a kid. Come on, system, if you have the guts. Come out and fight me. Let's see if I don't knock your head off. The system just yawned. Master, I'm above you, so go ahead and hit yourself if you want. You think I wouldn't? Then go for it. With that, Gohan gently tapped his chest with his right fist. The system went quiet. Do you dare to hit harder? Do you really think I'm dumb? Gohan replied, and the system decided not to argue anymore. Gohan went back to practicing. 3 weeks flew by, and Gohan's combat power hit 500 million. He was standing on a mountain peak, fists clenched, trying to transform into a Super Saiyan. What? With a loud shout, a massive energy burst from Gohan's body, shaking the ground for miles around. Tien Shinhen and the others in heaven felt Gohan's powerful aura. Such powerful energy. This feels like Gohan's energy. Yamcha said, swallowing hard. Meanwhile, on Korin Tower, Yakshobe, who was busy fishing, felt Gohan's energy and stopped, disbelief on his face. This energy is Gohan's. Yeah, said the cat immortal beside him. This kid, is he a monster? As they looked down at Earth, Krillin, rushing towards Gohan, also felt shocked. Gohan. On the North Star, Goku was training on King Kai's planet and sensed Gohan's energy. This energy, could it be Gohan's? But how could he get so strong, so fast? King Kai frowned. That energy, it really is Gohan. Goku was stunned. He knew Gohan had potential, but this was beyond what he expected. Back on Earth, Gohan raised his energy to the max. Anger, Gohan gritted his teeth, recalling all the bad stuff from his past life. What? Piccolo was shocked. He thought Gohan had already maxed out his energy, but now it surged even higher, beyond his reach. Gohan's hair turned golden, his eyes light green, and a golden aura surrounded him. He transformed into a Super Saiyan. What is this? Piccolo gasped. What? King Kai on North Star was equally surprised. What's happening? Gohan's energy just shot up dozens of times. Super Saiyan. What's a Super Saiyan? A legendary warrior among Saiyans. They're said to be incredibly powerful. This is the first time I've seen one. Back on Earth, Gohan walked down from the peak to Piccolo. Is that you, Gohan? Yeah, Piccolo. What's up with your hair? This is the transformation for Saiyans. Saiyan transformation. Gohan nodded. I named it Super Saiyan. Super Saiyan. Yep. Piccolo looked at Gohan, recalling their first meeting when Gohan was just a scared little kid. Now, he was silent and incredibly strong. Piccolo felt a mix of pride and frustration. He was happy Gohan was his disciple, but annoyed that Gohan had surpassed him in just 7 months. "What's up, Uncle Piccolo?" "Nothing," Piccolo snapped back to reality. "Gohan, you're strong now, but you need to keep practicing. One of Raditz's buddies could be a Super Saiyan too." Gohan nodded. King Kai, overhearing, thought, "Is this Super Saiyan thing common now?" Goku chimed in. "Kaiju-sama, I want to talk to Gohan and the others." "Sure, just put your hand on my back, and you can communicate with them spiritually." "Gohan, Piccolo, can you hear me?" Son Goku?" "Dad." Goku nodded. "Gohan, you're amazing. You became a Super Saiyan so quickly." "Super Saiyan," Piccolo was shocked. "How did Goku know that name?" "Dad, are you okay?" "I'm fine. Gohan, even though you're strong, keep training. We don't know how tough the Saiyans coming to Earth will be in 4 months. Should we help you come back to life?" "Not yet. When those 2 Saiyans arrive, we can deal with it then." "Okay. Then Gohan and Piccolo, take care of things for now." After Goku finished, he slowly removed his hand from King Kai's back. "By the way, the Saiyans coming in 4 months aren't as strong as you think. With your current strength, Gohan, you can definitely take them." "I know." Goku's expression turned serious. "You know, I just said that to encourage Gohan." "Exactly. But Gohan's talent is insane. At just 5 years old, he can already transform into a Super Saiyan. If he keeps practicing, who knows how strong he'll get. Keep practicing." Goku thought of Chi-Chi, who always wanted Gohan to focus on studying instead of training. Back on Earth, just as Goku and Gohan finished their chat, Krillin flew down from the sky. Are you Gohan?" "Yep, Uncle Krillin," Gohan replied, transforming back to his normal state. Krillin's face lit up with a smile. "Wow, Gohan, I didn't expect you to be this strong." Gohan nodded. "By the way, did you finish the gravity chamber?" "Yep, that's why I'm here." "Oh, great." Gohan turned to Piccolo. "Uncle Piccolo, do you want to come to Aunt Bulma's house with me?" Piccolo glanced at Gohan and nodded. Krillin felt nervous. He and Bulma were a bit scared of Piccolo. If he brought Piccolo along, he'd definitely freak Bulma out. But since Gohan wanted him there, he had no choice. "All right, Uncle Krillin, let's go." "Okay," Krillin nodded. They flew off together. Eventually, they arrived at Bulma's backyard. "Piccolo!" Bulma jumped up from her chair, startled to see Piccolo with Krillin and Gohan. Piccolo snorted, saying nothing. Bulma quickly walked behind Krillin. "Why did you bring him here?" Krillin sighed. "I didn't want to, but Gohan insisted." "Gohan!" "And Bulma." Bulma put her hands on her hips, glaring at Gohan. "You could have told me earlier if you were bringing Piccolo." As soon as Piccolo heard this, he shot Bulma an annoyed look. "Why don't you welcome me?" Bulma quickly backtracked. No, I just meant you could have given me a heads up." "Humph," Piccolo huffed. "Stop talking and show us the gravity chamber." Bulma frowned, but knew she had to help Gohan get stronger. "Fine, follow me." They all nodded, and Bulma led them to a house. Inside, it was spacious with a kitchen, bathroom, and living room. "Is this a gravity room or your house?" "Of course, it's a gravity chamber. But you need food and a place to stay while you practice, right?" "True. So, I turned a house into a gravity room. The gravity chamber is just ahead." "Oh!" Bulma led them to the gravity room, which was huge, almost as big as the outside area. The floor was made of synthetic material and a big machine sat in the center. "Gohan, this is the switch for the gravity chamber. Press the left one to double the gravity, the right one to increase it even more, and the middle one resets everything." "Got it, Aunt Bulma." "Okay. Do you want to stay at my house to train, or go somewhere else?" "Somewhere else?" "Yeah, this gravity chamber can fit in a universal capsule, so it's easy to carry." "Oh." Gohan looked at Piccolo. "What do you think?" "Up to you. In that case, I'll stay at Aunt Bulma's." Piccolo glanced at Bulma, but didn't say anything. "Uncle Piccolo, Uncle Krillin, do you want to train with me?" "Together?" Krillin thought for a moment. "Nah, I'll stick with Tien and the others." "What about you, Uncle Piccolo?" "I'll see how it goes." "All right, you two can head back to heaven. I'll train here." "Okay, Gohan, good luck," Krillin said as he took off. "See you later." Bulma added, "I'll head out too, since I'm not training." "Sure," Gohan nodded. Once they were gone, Gohan cranked up the gravity to 10 times. Whoa, this is heavy. Piccolo was already wearing weighted gear, but the extra pressure made him feel like he was being crushed. Piccolo glanced at Gohan, who was sitting nearby. Gohan's expression remained calm, as if nothing had happened. Uncle Piccolo, are you all right? He asked. No, it's fine, Piccolo replied. In that case, I'll start practicing. Gohan said, immediately beginning to do one-finger push-ups. 1, 2, 3. Ding, congratulations to the master for doing a push-up. Combat effectiveness, 10. After seeing this, Piccolo decided to join in. The morning passed quickly, and before they knew it, it was already noon. Gohan had done one-finger push-up and one sit-up that morning, adding a total of 20 to his combat power. In addition to the system rewards, the Saiyan blood in his body also contributed tens of thousands of combat power due to his training. The reason for such a small increase was mainly because the practice that morning was relatively easy. Gohan's stomach growled in hunger. Just then, Bulma's voice came from outside the door of the gravity room. Gohan and Piccolo, it's time to eat. Upon hearing this, Gohan immediately stopped practicing. Uncle Piccolo, it's time to eat. I don't need to eat, you go ahead. Gohan nodded. Uncle Piccolo, if you're thirsty, there's water in the kitchen. Okay, you go and eat. Gohan nodded again and left the gravity room. As soon as he stepped outside, Piccolo increased the gravity of the chamber to 20 times. He knew that Gohan had set it to 10 times just to train with him. Otherwise, Gohan could have easily raised it to 100 times. Okay, this is heavy, Piccolo exclaimed, feeling the immense pressure of the 20 times gravity. The weight made it hard for him to breathe, but he pushed through, thinking of Gohan. In Bulma's backyard, Gohan sat at the dinner table with Bulma's parents, Mrs. Brief and Dr. Brief. Bulma, this is Goku's son, Gohan, Mrs. Brief said, narrowing her eyes and smiling. Yes, Mom. He looks just like Goku did when he was little. Dr. Brief added, yeah. Then, Gohan, let's eat. Make yourself at home. Gohan immediately picked up his chopsticks and started eating. Bang, bang, bang. Soon the food on the table disappeared into Gohan's stomach like a whirlwind. Bulma's eyes widened in surprise. Although she guessed that Gohan was a Saiyan and had a big appetite, she didn't expect him to eat so much at just 5 years old. His appetite was on par with Goku's back in the day. This was like a mini replica of Goku. Mrs. Brief laughed happily as she watched Gohan eat. The more he ate, the more delicious her food seemed to become. Belch. After a long time, Gohan let out a loud burp. Bulma looked at him with a completely different expression than before. Gohan, what has Piccolo been feeding you during your training these past 6 months? They're apples, dinosaur meat, and wild boar meat. They're all things I found in the mountains. Did you say dinosaurs? Yeah, what's the matter? Oh, I'm just a bit surprised. Did Piccolo give you that dinosaur meat, or did you hunt a dinosaur? No, I was chased by a dinosaur, and then I chopped off its tail. Got it? I heard from Krillin that you're so strong now that even Piccolo can't match you. Is that true? Yep, Gohan nodded. Awesome, Bulma stood up excitedly. Then, with you around, I won't have to be afraid of Piccolo. Speaking of which, that guy does look a little scary. And Bulma, Uncle Piccolo is very nice, he just looks fierce. Humph, Bulma snorted. I still can't get used to that green face. Aunt Bulma, I'm full now and want to take a nap. Okay, we'll clean up here. Seeing this, Gohan walked back to the gravity room and found Piccolo still practicing. Uncle Piccolo, you're still at it. Whoosh, Piccolo nodded and gasped for air. Do you want to take a break? Gohan asked. Sure, Piccolo replied as he restored the gravity in the chamber. Whoosh. As soon as the gravity returned to normal, Piccolo breathed a sigh of relief. Afterward, the two went to their respective rooms to take a nap. In the afternoon, after they woke up, they continued practicing in the gravity room. 3 days later, to avoid delaying Gohan's training, Piccolo finally decided to practice outside. Although Gohan felt a bit reluctant, he agreed to let Piccolo train outdoors, knowing he could visit him any time. Once Piccolo left, Gohan immediately increased the gravity of the chamber to 100 times to train. Ding! Congratulations to the master for doing one-finger push-up. Combat power, 100. Ding! Congratulations to the master for doing 2 one-finger push-ups. Combat power, 1 4 days later, Gohan's normal combat power reached 1,000 million. Ding! Congratulations to the Master for reaching 1,000 million combat power. You will be rewarded with a sky mirror, which can travel through all universes without being discovered by angels, can travel through the past and future, and can see everything you want to see without being detected. Even King Zeno is no exception. The mirror can seal enemies whose strength is lower than that of its owner, steal, mind reading, and fuse. As soon as he finished speaking, an ancient mirror appeared in the system's inventory. Steal? What do you mean, stealing? Master, did you hear that correctly? Forget it, I'm too lazy to argue with you. As Gohan spoke, he took out the ancient sky mirror from the system's inventory. Is this the ancient sky mirror? Yes, Master. At that moment, King Kai suddenly appeared in the ancient mirror, and Goku was training at that time. System, how do I go to other universes? Master, if you want to travel to other universes, images of those universes will appear in the mirror. And as long as you touch the ancient mirror, you can directly enter that universe. Got it. How does this ancient mirror seal others? That's simple. You just need to shine the ancient mirror on that person, and it will suck them into the ancient mirror. What if I accidentally shine it on someone else? You don't have to worry about that. The ancient mirror will follow your wishes and allow that person in. If you don't want to seal them, then the ancient mirror won't suck them in. As I wish? Cough, cough. The system coughed. Master, please be more serious. I am serious. But the system, why don't you give me the Kaioken? Master, if I give you the Kaioken now, what will I reward you with in the future? Reward me with ultimate freedom of mind, or the erasure of the whole king will do. Let's wait until you become stronger in the future. You mean give? I'll tell you later. Should I give it or not? Time flew by, and a month passed in the blink of an eye. During this month, Gohan asked Bulma to upgrade the gravity chamber. Now, the maximum gravity it could reach was 300 times. At this moment, Gohan looked at his current fighting power. Name, Gohan. Sex, male. Bloodline, Saiyan hybrid. Age, 5 years old. Normal combat power, 6,000 million. Potential, not yet developed. IQ, 60. I'm sorry, when did an IQ column get added here? Returning to the Master, this was added after the system upgrade. System, you didn't do this on purpose, did you? Master, am I that kind of system? If you're not, then who is? Forget it. I have a lot of people. I won't care about your little system. As soon as he finished speaking, the IQ on the character panel immediately changed to 250. I'm going to throw it away. System, if you have the guts to come out of my body, let's see if I don't knock your head off. I just won't come out. Let's see how you beat me. The little system is just a little system. It doesn't even dare to come out of my body. Who are you calling young? Upon hearing this, the system became angry. I said you are young. If you have the guts, come out and let us have a fair fight. The system snorted. If you really want to fight me, you don't have to go outside. You don't have to go outside? As soon as he finished speaking, Gohan found himself in a place that looked like a spiritual time room. Where is this place? This is the system's different dimensional space. Here, you can exert your own strength at will without being discovered by the outside world. Oh, where are you in the system? Cough, cough. The system coughed. Master, I am everywhere. Everywhere? Yes, Master, you are in my body now. You are in me, and I am in you. When Gohan heard this, he fell silent. Then how can I fight? You now. As soon as he finished speaking, a Gofen, who looked exactly like him, appeared in front of him. This Master is my clone. If you want to fight me, you have to fight him first. Clone? Then who is our Master now? The system smiled. Master, didn't I just say that our current relationship is that you are in me, and I am in you? Forget it. I'd better defeat him now. Gohan said, immediately clenching his fists and rushing towards himself. Son Gohan made fists with both hands and rushed toward Gohan as well. Whoosh! Bang, bang, bang. Soon the two rushed toward each other, their fists flying like the wind as they hit each other hard. Boom. With a loud crash, both of them landed punches on each other's faces simultaneously, knocking each other back. Whoosh. Step. They both landed hard on the ground and came to a stop. What? With a loud shout, Gohan clenched his fist and charged toward himself again. Seeing this, Son Gohan also clenched his fist and rushed toward Gohan. Soon, they faced each other again, trading punches and kicks at lightning speed. Suddenly, Gohan squatted down and swept his right foot toward Son Gohan. Son Gohan jumped up and flew into the air. Seeing this, Gohan also took to the skies. Whoosh! Bang, bang, bang. Then the two bodies moved in a line, starting to fight in the air. Boom! After a heavy punch, they both struck each other hard with their right fists, creating a massive gust of wind from their blows. After a moment of stalemate, they punched each other hard again, sending each other flying. Imitating me, Gohan looked at himself and noticed that his moves were almost identical to his own. Master, this clone of mine is you, so you can't defeat him. Gohan snorted coldly and clenched his hands tightly. What? With a loud shout, he transformed into a Super Saiyan. Super Saiyan. Seeing this, Son Gohan also transformed into a Super Saiyan. Gohan gritted his teeth and charged toward himself like a bolt of lightning. Seeing this, Son Gohan rushed toward Gohan as well. Whoosh! Draw! Bang, bang, bang. The two dodged while attacking each other fiercely. Hateful, Gohan grunted angrily and used his newly acquired mind-reading ability to see if he could read Son Gohan's thoughts. Can't read, or does it mean he doesn't have any thoughts at all? Master, I don't have any thoughts other than imitating your moves. Imitate! Yes, Master! In that case, I'll see how you imitate my moves. Seeing this, Gohan placed his hands on his forehead and said, Sun Fist. As soon as he finished speaking, a fierce light emitted from his hands. When Son Gohan saw it, he immediately closed his eyes. A few seconds later, as the brightness of the strong light gradually weakened, Gohan quickly opened his eyes and rushed toward Son Gohan. Boom! Gohan hit Son Gohan hard on the face with his right fist, knocking him away with one punch. After flying upside down for nearly 1,000 meters, Son Gohan landed hard on the ground, stopping himself. Gohan shouted loudly, and as fast as lightning, he rushed toward Son Gohan. Seeing this, Son Gohan immediately put his hands on his forehead and said, Sun Fist. As soon as he finished speaking, Gohan's hands emitted an extremely intense light. Seeing this, Gohan quickly stopped and covered his eyes with his hands. After a moment, he slowly opened his eyes and saw a small fist coming toward him. Because the distance was too close, Gohan was sent flying 1,000 meters away by this tiny punch before he could react. Step. Gohan landed hard on the ground, quickly coming to a stop. Damn it. I don't know if teleportation will be of any use to him. As he spoke, Gohan placed his right index finger on his forehead and moved in an instant, appearing behind Son Gohan. At that moment, Son Gohan instantly appeared in the sky above Gohan. Seeing this, Gohan immediately lowered his finger and rushed towards Son Gohan in the sky. What? Soon Gohan arrived in front of Son Gohan and kicked his right foot forward fiercely. Son Gohan's figure flashed, and he quickly flew into the air. Seeing this, Gohan immediately chased after him. Whoosh! Bang, bang, bang! Soon, Gohan reached Son Gohan again, and they fought fiercely. After a long time, both of them fell to the ground simultaneously, exhausted from their physical exertion. Can you do it, Master? You can't even defeat my clone. Gohan snorted coldly. System, don't be too proud. I'm not in great shape today. Once I adjust, I will definitely defeat this imposter. Okay, Master. Bring it on, then. The system, how do I get out now? Get out, Master? Are you going to stop beating me? Cough, cough, Gohan coughed. Have I said that? You have. The system replied and played a recording of Gohan from earlier. I'm throwing it away. System, if you have the guts, come out and let me see if I don't blow your head off. As the recording played, Gohan's face turned a little embarrassed. System, you even have a recording function. What's the point? If our system didn't have to rely on you humans, we would have been invincible. System, you'd better put away your sweet dreams and let me realize them for you. The system snorted coldly. What's so great? No matter how strong you become, you still can't defeat me, so I'm still #1 in the world. After the system finished speaking, Gohan returned to the real world. He looked around and found that all the injuries on his body had healed. System, how did my injuries heal? The extra-dimensional space you just entered belongs to the spiritual world, so no matter how injured you are in it, you will return to reality unscathed. Spirit world? Yes, Master. Afterward, Gohan checked his character panel and discovered that his IQ column had increased to 90, Seeing the system give in, Gohan stopped arguing and focused on the Namekian energy in the gravity chamber. There were now less than 3 months before Vegeta and the others would arrive on Earth. He remembered that Frieza and the others went to Namek after Vegeta came to Earth, so he wanted to ask the elders of Namek for help in stimulating his potential before Frieza arrived. He also wanted to warn them that Frieza might come to Namek to steal their Dragon Balls. After a while, Gohan felt a lot of energy similar to Piccolo's in the gravity room. Found it. As Gohan spoke, he placed his right index finger on his forehead and instantly teleported to the Namek village, where he saw many Namekians who looked very similar to Piccolo. So many Uncle Piccolos. The Namekians who were gathered together chatting immediately displayed surprised expressions upon seeing Gohan's sudden arrival. Are you? Asked a medium-height Namekian. Hello, my name is Gohan, I'm from Earth. Earth. Gohan nodded. What you just did, was it the teleportation of the Adratites? A slightly thinner Namekian stepped forward and asked. Gohan nodded again. Then you're here? Am I here to see your Great Elder? Great Elder, what do you want to see our Great Elder for? This matter concerns your Namek planet, so I can only talk to your Great Elder. It's about Namek. After hearing this, the medium-height Nemean thought for a moment. Then wait here first. We'll go find the Great Elder and see if he wants to see you. Okay. Gohan nodded. Seeing this, the Namekian quickly took other Namekians to find the Great Elder. In a 3-story white castle, there was a huge stone chair. Sitting on the chair was an extremely fat Namekian, the Great Elder of the Namekians. At that moment, several Namekians suddenly flew in through the castle window. Upon entering, they immediately knelt down and worshipped the Great Elder. I have seen the Great Elder. The Elder nodded. Carl, what brings you here? Back to the Great Elder, there's a kid named Gohan. He said he's from Earth and wants to see you. He mentioned it has something to do with Namek. The Great Elder thought for a moment and said, then if that's the case, bring him here. But, Great Elder, he seems to be a Saiyan. That's fine, just bring him here. It's the Great Elder. After a while, Gohan was brought to the Great Elder. Great Elder, I helped you bring this person. Okay, you all can leave. I want to talk to him alone. Alone. After Carl heard this, he felt worried. It's okay, this kid is not a bad person. Okay then. After Carl finished speaking, he left with the other Namekians. Your name is Gohan, right? Yes, Great Elder. Then why did you come to see me? Great Elder, do you believe that I come from the future? I believe. After thinking for a moment, the Great Elder slowly spoke. Then why are you here? Great Elder, Frieza and the others may come to your Namek planet in a few months. Frieza! Yes, their target is your Namekian Dragon Balls, so I am here to tell you that your Namekians must migrate to escape this disaster. After hearing this, the Great Elder pondered for a while and said, although the universe is vast, it will eventually be found one day. Gohan, can I ask you a favor? Great Elder, please speak. I want you to help us defeat Frieza. I wonder if you can do it. Yes, but as for my coming from the future, please help me keep it a secret. All right. The Elder nodded. In addition, I also want the Great Elder to help me with something. What is it? I want the Great Elder to unleash my potential. Okay. After hearing this, the Great Elder quickly agreed. Seeing this, Gohan walked up to the Great Elder. After looking at him, the Great Elder placed his hand on Gohan's forehead. A white breath flowed from the Great Elder's hand in Gohan's entire body. After the Great Elder sensed the powerful potential within Gohan, a look of disbelief appeared on his face. After a moment, the Great Elder slowly withdrew his right hand from Gohan's forehead. All done, Gohan nodded. At this moment, the sound of the system suddenly echoed in Gohan's ears. Ding! Congratulations to the Master for breaking through 60 million in combat power. You will be rewarded with 20 times the damage-free KO Fist, counter-injury stab, armor, counter-injury, and demon-sealing wave. As soon as he finished speaking, a pink anti-injury spiked armor appeared in Gohan's inventory. After the reward, please continue to practice hard, Master. This is over million. Gohan said, immediately opening his character panel to check. He found that his current combat power had reached 1.1 million. So, Gohan, when will you help us deal with Frieza? Wait until he comes to Namek. Wait for him to come. Yeah, the universe is so big, I don't know where he is now, and we Saiyans can't survive in space. We can only eliminate him when he lands on a certain planet. In that case, I will notify you as soon as he arrives on Namek. Okay, then if the Great Elder has nothing else to discuss, I will go back first. The Elder nodded. Seeing this, Gohan instantly teleported away from Namek. Shortly after Gohan left, the Great Elder called Carl and the others back in. Great Elder, where's Gohan? He has returned to Earth. Back. Yes, but he brought important news for our Namek. Very important news. The Elder nodded. Returning to Earth, Gohan felt extremely happy. Originally, with his current cultivation progress, it would have taken at least 10 days to break through million. But now it only took him a few minutes. It would be great if I could become stronger without practicing. Master, you have an incorrect idea. Only by cultivating through hard work can you truly become strong. But I just want to be a naturally strong person, just like Brosier. Master, although Broly's bloodline is strong, he is only human after all. I can help you become a god and give you an endless lifespan. And didn't you say before that you wanted to obtain King Quan's clearing ability? As long as you work hard, it won't be a problem to create time, space, and the universe. Not to mention clearing the universe. After hearing this, Gohan touched his chin with his right hand. System, are you trying to fool me? Master, who am I? Okay. Gohan nodded. And System, you seem to be a bit talkative. Master, do you think I talk too much? No, I just think it's better for you to be quiet. Tell me a story about a family like this. After the System heard this, it immediately played a song. Master, I should be quiet like this, right? After a while, Gohan returned to his room. There was a laptop placed in the room. This computer was borrowed from Bulma to learn about computers. Gohan said he borrowed it, but he actually used it to write programs when he was bored. Recently, he had been playing a game called Sheep to Sheep. This game was very popular in his previous life. It was somewhat similar to Jaxia, but different in that many of the cards in Sheep were placed underneath, and you couldn't see what was hidden below. To reveal the lower card, you had to first reveal the upper card. Moreover, this game only had 2 levels at the beginning, and many people failed to pass the second level, even after working all night. It was precisely because of this that many people who thought they were smarter than others challenged this game to show off. Another reason Gohan played this game was to earn some money. Although Goku's family is rich, he and Gohan have an incredible appetite. If they weren't living in the mountains, where there are delicacies and game everywhere, their family would have been impoverished. This is why Chi-Chi in the original Dragon Ball always hopes that Gohan will study hard and make money. The past 3 months passed quickly, and in the blink of an eye, it was the day to resurrect Goku. In the skyline, Krillin and the others had already gathered the Dragon Balls, preparing to summon the dragon and bring Goku back. Gohan and Piccolo were also standing nearby at that moment. Come out, Shenlong, make my wish come true, Bulma shouted, looking at the Dragon Balls on the ground. As soon as she finished speaking, the sky darkened and a long blue dragon soon appeared in front of everyone. This long dragon was the Divine Dragon. State your wish, and it will be granted, but only one, Shenlong said. Dragon, we want you to resurrect Goku. Okay, Shenlong replied, his red eyes lighting up immediately. Goku was on the northern Kinkai's planet when his aura suddenly disappeared. Resurrected? Goku touched his head and said, Yes, the northern Kinkai nodded. Lord Yake, thank you and Babers for taking care of me during this time. I will go back to Earth today. We will see you later. Gulegli and the others looked reluctant to see him go. Although Goku was a little reckless, he was kind-hearted, and the 3 of them had been staying on this planet, so they felt quite lonely. On Earth, Shenlong said, Okay, I have helped you resurrect Goku. We will see you later. After Shenlong spoke, he transformed into 7 Dragon Balls and scattered across the Earth. Dumpling asked, Resurrected? The Earth God nodded. Because Goku's physical body is in northern Kaiwan, the place where he is resurrected should also be in northern Kaiwan. That's it! Then when will Goku return to Earth? Dumpling continued to ask. I don't know, but I think it won't be long. Yapsha suggested. In that case, let's all just wait here for Goku to come back, right? The crowd nodded on Huangquan Road. Goku felt very happy because he was about to meet Krillin and the others. But the happiest thing for him was being able to see Gohan. Gohan had become a Super Saiyan a few months ago, and his strength should be on another level now. Thinking of this, Goku immediately accelerated and flew forward. In the skyline, Krillin and the others had been waiting in heaven for a long time. It's strange. Why has Goku not come back after being resurrected for so long? Krillin said. As soon as he finished speaking, There was a sudden sound of footsteps in a room in heaven. Everyone turned around and saw Goku in his orange martial arts uniform, along with the fortune teller sitting on the crystal ball. Goku! Father! Long time no see, everyone! Goku smiled and greeted everyone. After hearing this, Krillin and the others immediately walked over to Goku and started chatting with him. Goku, how has your strength changed after training with Lord Kai? It's okay, just a little better than you. A little bit? Yes. Gohan is now the strongest here. Krillin nodded. Goku looked at Gohan, who was standing behind Krillin and the others. He didn't know why, but he always felt that Gohan seemed a bit different. In the past, Gohan was naive and timid, always wanting to stick to him, but now Gohan felt very calm to him, not like a child at all. Is it because of Piccolo? Goku thought secretly in his heart. The fortune teller said, if Goku has nothing else to do, I will go back first. Okay, fortune teller, I'm really grateful to you this time. Nothing. As the fortune teller said, she sat on the crystal ball and left heaven. After she left, Goku immediately stepped forward and picked up Gohan. Gohan felt a little uncomfortable with Goku's sudden attack. Although he looked like a child now, he was about the same age as Goku in his previous life. After picking up Gohan, Goku quickly put him back on the ground. We haven't seen each other for a year. Gohan, you seem to have gained a lot of weight again. Yes, he was only 5 years old now, and his body would definitely grow. Goku smiled. So Goku, are you sure you can be a Saiyan on Earth tomorrow? Krillin asked. I don't know, but with Gohan here, even if I can't beat them, there is still Gohan. Krillin nodded. It's already getting late. It's almost time for me to go back. Go back? Yes, I haven't seen Chi-Chi for a long time, so Gohan, let's go back. Gohan nodded. Uncle Piccolo, I'm going back first. Okay. Afterward, Gohan left the world of heaven with Goku. At Bazy Mountain, Goku's home, Chi-Chi's face looked very haggard because she hadn't seen Goku or Gohan in a year. At this moment, she was sitting in the room, sighing. Bull the Demon King said, Chi-Chi, Goku will be resurrected today. Don't keep moaning and groaning. Dad, Gohan was taken away by Namek for a year and didn't come back. He doesn't know how much he has fallen behind in his studies. Do you think I can't sigh? It's okay, Chi-Chi. Gohan is very smart. Just find any teacher to help him with his missed lessons, and he will quickly catch up. Dad, it's not the same, and it costs money to hire a teacher. At this moment, there was a sudden movement outside the house. Chi-Chi, are Goku and the others back? After hearing this, Chi-Chi immediately stood up from her chair, quickly opened the door, and saw two very familiar figures. These two people were Goku and Gohan. Goku! Gohan! Seeing the two of them, Chi-Chi's eyes immediately filled with tears. Mom! Akiki! At this time, the Bull Demon King also walked out of the house. Goku, Gohan. The two nodded. Seeing this, Chi-Chi immediately walked up to Gohan and hugged him tightly. Mom, Mom, Mom! After Chi-Chi heard this, she immediately let go and looked at Gohan carefully. You've lost weight and grown taller, but where's your tail? Gohan. My tail was pulled out by Uncle Piccolo. Pulled out? Yes, because when I see the full moon, I will transform into a giant ape. That's right, but it doesn't matter if you don't have a tail. Doesn't your father also not have a tail? Okay. Gohan nodded. Then Gohan, let's go home, and Mommy will make you something delicious. Gohan nodded again. Seeing this, Chi-Chi immediately took Gohan's hand and led him back to the house. Bull Demon King asked, Then Goku, shall we go in too? Okay. After returning home, Gohan looked at his house. Although it wasn't as big as Bulma's home, it gave a warm feeling. What's wrong with Gohan? Chi-Chi asked, noticing Gohan was in a daze. No, nothing. I just haven't been back for a long time. Really? Then Mommy will make delicious food for you now. Okay. Gohan nodded. Seeing this, Chi-Chi immediately ran into the kitchen happily. Yoko, I heard from the fortune teller that Gohan has surpassed you, right? The Bull Demon King whispered. Yes. Goku nodded. Then do you plan to let him continue practicing martial arts or studying? I don't know, we'll just see what Gohan wants. That's right, but from what I see, Chi-Chi seems to insist that Gohan study. Yes. After hearing this, Goku scratched his head helplessly. He once tried to persuade Chi-Chi to let Gohan practice martial arts, but Chi-Chi always said that the world was already at peace and that the most important thing was for Gohan to study hard and make a lot of money when he grew up. After hearing this, the Bull Demon King sighed helplessly. In fact, like Goku, he also hoped that Gohan could practice martial arts. After a long time, Chi-Chi prepared the food, and the dining table in the hall was filled with dishes. Okay, Goku, Gohan, and Daddy are eating. Okay. The Bull Demon King nodded and sat down with Gohan and the others. Goku asked, Chi-Chi, can we start? Okay. Chi-Chi nodded. After watching, Gohan and the Bull Demon King immediately picked up their bowls and chopsticks and started eating. Bang, bang, bang. Bang, bang, bang. Since Goku and the others ate very quickly, many plates full of vegetables on the table were eaten and set aside. Seeing this, Chi-Chi smiled. Gohan, since you're back now, it's almost time to study. Cough, cough. After hearing this, Gohan immediately choked on the food he just ate. Gohan, are you all right? Chi-Chi quickly handed Gohan a glass of water. After Gohan took a sip of water, he finally swallowed the rice he was choking on. Are you okay, Gohan? Chi-Chi asked concernedly. No, it's fine. Mom, I have to fight the Saiyans with my dad tomorrow. I'll talk about studying the day after tomorrow. Okay. After hearing this, Chi-Chi stared at Gohan with wide eyes and said in a serious tone, Gohan, are you being influenced by Piccolo and don't want to study anymore? No, I just want to fight with Dad tomorrow. Gohan, be good. Fighting is an adult's business. Just leave the battle to your father tomorrow, and fighting is dangerous. What if you get injured? But Dad won't get hurt either. That's different. Your father is strong and will be fine with a minor injury, right? Goku? Yeah. But Chi-Chi, tomorrow's battle will involve the Earth. Gohan's strength is better than mine, so it's best if he comes along. No! Chi-Chi shouted at Goku. Since your death, Gohan has been taken away by Piccolo. He hasn't studied for a year, and he has fallen far behind his peers. If he is not allowed to study, he will fall even further behind. But Chi-Chi, tomorrow's battle is really important. Yes, Chi-Chi. Seeing this, the Bull Demon King also supported Chi-Chi. After hearing this, Chi-Chi thought for a moment. Okay, but you must ensure Gohan's safety. Otherwise, I will never agree. Okay. Goku nodded. After eating, Gohan returned to his room to study under Chi-Chi's arrangement. At this time, Gohan sat at his desk in a depressed mood, turning the pencil in his hand. He clearly had a combat power of over 100 million, but he could only be assigned to study. Sure enough, the strongest person in the universe was his mother, Chi-Chi. After being depressed for a while, Gohan suddenly tried to ask, System, your great master is now trapped here because of studying. Shouldn't you help your master? Great! Cough, cough. Gohan coughed and shamelessly said, Don't worry about the details. The most important thing now is to get your master out of misery. Then you praise me, and I'll help you. System, you are the strongest system I have ever seen. Stay humble. The system replied proudly, Then master, I will give you a clone technique. Separation? Yes, the master can use a hair from his head to create an avatar for studying. This is a good idea, but wouldn't I know what my clone did? It's okay, master. As long as you take back your hair, you will gain the memories of the clone. That's it. Then master, shall I pass on the clone technique to you now? Okay. Gohan nodded. Then a large amount of memory about the clone technique appeared in Gohan's mind. He pulled out a hair from his head and blew on it. The hair immediately transformed into Gohan's appearance. Gohan looked at his clone and said, Then you will stay here and study for me later? The clone nodded. Seeing this, Gohan instantly moved to the mountain where Piccolo was training. Gohan! Piccolo stood up from the mountain. Gohan nodded. Goku, didn't you go home with Goku? Why are you here? No, I sneaked out. Sneaked out? Yes, because my mother doesn't let me practice. Piccolo snorted coldly. What about Goku? My dad, there's nothing he can do. Really? Then Gohan, are you nervous about tomorrow's battle? No, I heard from Dad that those two Saiyans are not Super Saiyans. Okay. Piccolo nodded. Afterward, Gohan and Piccolo practiced for a while. The next morning, after Gohan had breakfast, he met Krillin and the others early. Krillin asked, Goku, in today's battle, should you go first, or should Gohan go first? Goku smiled and replied, Gohan's strength has surpassed mine now. If he goes first, I'm afraid nothing will happen to me. I also want to fight those two Saiyans. I think so, Krillin agreed. Goku was a fighting maniac, so naturally, he wouldn't miss this excellent opportunity. After speaking, he looked at Gohan and asked, "You don't have any objections, right?" Hearing this, Gohan nodded heavily. Whether it was Nappa or Vegeta, he could now take them down with just one finger. Yaksha chimed in, "Then Goku, we also want to join the fight." Goku replied, "Yes, Krillin and I have been practicing hard in the lookout for a year. Even if we really can't beat them, we still have you, right?" "Okay then," Goku said. At that moment, two seen spaceships appeared in outer space above Earth. These were Nappa and Vegeta's ships. As they approached, Goku and the others quickly sensed their energy. "They're coming," Krillin said solemnly. With that, two bright white lights suddenly appeared in the sky. Those lights were Vegeta's spaceships. With two loud bangs, their ships hit the ground heavily, sending a large amount of sand and dust into the air. After a while, the dust settled, revealing two large, deep pits on the ground. Vegeta and Nappa opened the doors of their spaceships simultaneously and stepped out. "Are they the two partners Raditz mentioned?" Yamcha asked in horror. Originally, he felt confident in his strength, but both Vegeta and Nappa were more intimidating than he imagined. Whoosh. At that moment, Vegeta and Nappa flew down from the deep pits created by their ships. "Kakarot, you are indeed resurrected," Vegeta said with a smile. Goku nodded. "Are you Raditz's companions?" "That's right, Kakarot. My name is Nappa, and the person standing next to me is our Saiyan Prince, His Highness Vegeta. Prince of the Saiyans. 1, 2, 3, 7, 8. There are quite a few of you," Vegeta said as he counted Goku and the others. "Nappa, just play with them first." "It's your Majesty Vegeta," Nappa replied as he activated the combat power detector on his left eye. Beep. 1,220, 1,083, 1,480, 1,830, 600. What? They are all a bunch of weaklings. Nappa scoffed upon seeing the numbers on the detector. "Nappa, how is Kakarot's fighting ability?" Vegeta asked. "I haven't checked yet, but I don't think his power is much higher than theirs." "Nappa, don't underestimate the enemy. Kakarot is likely not as simple as you think." Vegeta scolded. Krillin and the others looked very nervous, but Goku and Gohan remained extremely calm. With their years of fighting experience, Goku and Gohan's strength was definitely not to be underestimated. "Yes," Nappa replied, now frightened. He pointed the combat power detector at Goku. Beep. 1,000. Seeing the reading, Nappa breathed a sigh of relief. "Your Majesty Vegeta, Kakarot's combat power is 1,000. "Is it only 1,000? It's a shame I expected more. What about that kid?" Vegeta asked, looking at Gohan. Nappa pointed the detector at Gohan. Beep. 980. 980. Nappa reported Gohan's power. After hearing this, Vegeta rubbed his chin thoughtfully. Then he seemed to have an epiphany and said, "I understand. Kakarot and that kid have hidden their fighting power, which is why they are so calm." "Hidden combat power?" Nappa asked. "Nappa, have you forgotten? Kakarot only had a little over 400 combat power when he fought Raditz. Somehow, he later increased it to over 900. "I see, but Your Majesty Vegeta, even if Kakarot hides his fighting power, it's impossible for him to surpass mine, right?" "Technically, it shouldn't be possible, but you'd better be careful." "I know, Your Majesty Vegeta." Nappa nodded. "Have you not started yet?" Goku asked after seeing the two chatting for a while. Nappa smiled and said, "Kakarot, do you want to die so soon?" "Guy," Goku replied, looking puzzled. Although Nappa's energy was strong, he was confident he could defeat him. As for Vegeta, well, that was harder to predict. Nappa sneered, walked to a piece of land, and planted a few seeds into the soil. "What is he doing?" Yaxel wondered. "I don't know," Krillin shook his head. Suddenly, there was a loud bang on the ground, and 6 extremely short green monsters emerged from the soil. These creatures were called vegetable men and were one of the traditional weapons of the Saiyans. However, they were not invented by the Saiyans, but discovered on another planet. The cultivator can fight alongside them, making them a convenient tool, but they are difficult to cultivate and expensive, so not everyone can use them. Each vegetable man has a combat power of 1,200. In terms of strength, they can rival Raditz, who has a combat power of 1,500. Although their status is low, their strength is terrifying. This is a vegetable man. Each of them has a combat power of 1,200 points. 1,200 points? Isn't that very close to Raditz's power? Krillin said in horror. Yes, but Raditz is just one person, and there are 6 of them. Krillin swallowed hard. Yamcha, are you sure you want to go alone? Well, I think it's not impossible for everyone to team up. Piccolo snorted coldly, looking disdainful. After hearing this, Krillin and the others looked serious. Nappa sneered and waved his hand toward the vegetable men. Go get them. Hearing this, the 6 vegetable men immediately charged toward Goku and the others. Goku moved swiftly and punched through the body of a charging vegetable man. Gohan casually fired a wave of energy forward with his right hand, directly destroying the charging vegetable man. Krillin raised his right hand, and a rapidly rotating circle of light formed in his hand. Fatality slash, he shouted, throwing the energy at the charging vegetable man. Whoosh! With a slicing sound, the vegetable man was cut in half and fell to the ground. Nice! After seeing this, Yakcha confidently gathered an energy bomb in his hand and aimed it at the vegetable man. Suddenly, the vegetable man's head split open, and a stream of dissolving liquid spurted out. Yamcha quickly stepped back, using his right hand to redirect the energy bomb that had missed the vegetable man. Boom! With a huge explosion, the vegetable man was eliminated. The remaining 2 vegetable men became timid after witnessing this. Don't back down! Nappa reminded them. What? After hearing this, the vegetable men had no choice but to rush toward Piccolo and Tien Shinhan. Piccolo snorted and punched the charging vegetable man in the abdomen with his right fist. Ah! With a scream, the vegetable man fell to the ground, clutching his stomach in pain. Piccolo then fired an energy wave from his left hand, directly destroying the vegetable man. At that moment, Tien Shinhan had also dealt with his vegetable man. Nappa was shocked. Originally, he thought the vegetable men could handle them, but surprisingly, Krillin and the others were stronger than he expected. Nappa, now that the vegetable men have been dealt with, let's take over from here. Okay, Your Majesty Vegeta, Nappa said, clenching his fists with an evil smile. Who among you will die first? After hearing this, Krillin and the others fell silent, all looking at Goku and his son. Nappa's energy was so strong that even if they used all their strength, they might not be able to defeat him. Then let me fight you, Goku said, stepping forward. At that moment, a breeze blew, lifting Goku's hair. Nappa smiled and said, Okay, then I'll deal with you first, and then I'll take care of those people on Earth. That depends on whether you have the ability, Goku replied calmly. Huh. After hearing this, Nappa looked disdainful. Kakarot specifically said it was you. Even your brother Raditz wouldn't dare to be so arrogant in front of me. Yeah. Goku chuckled and released the energy he had been storing in his body. The combat power detector on Nappa's left eye immediately started beeping. Beep. 2,000, 3,000. As the value climbed rapidly, a bead of cold sweat formed on Nappa's forehead. Eventually, Goku's combat power reached 5,000. 5,000. Seeing the value finally stop, Nappa felt a chill run down his back. Goku had actually increased his power from over 400 to 5,000 in just 1 year. Vegeta was equally surprised, but he was just surprised. His normal combat power had now reached 14,000. So 5,000 was nothing to him. 5,000! After hearing this, Krillin and the others were also shocked. Although they knew Goku was stronger than them, they didn't expect him to be this much stronger. Then I should be stronger than Raditz now, right? Nappa scoffed. It doesn't matter how strong you are. I am a warrior from a noble family, and you are just the son of a low-level warrior. There's no way you can beat me. After hearing this, Goku smiled lightly. Really? In that case, let's get started. Upon hearing this, Nappa lowered his arms from his chest, and the expression on his face grew serious. Ha! Suddenly Nappa shouted loudly, rushing toward Goku like the wind, attacking him with all his strength. Whoosh, whoosh, whoosh. Goku moved left and right, easily dodging Nappa's attacks. What? Nappa was startled, immediately stepping back and firing an energy wave at Goku with his right hand. Goku shifted to the left and dodged. Boom! With a massive explosion, the mountain behind Goku was blown to pieces. Damn it! Nappa shouted angrily and fired several energy waves at Goku with both hands. Goku moved slightly and dodged again. Seeing this, Nappa charged at Goku once more. Soon, Nappa stood before Goku and punched down hard with his right fist. Goku raised his hands to block the punch. Nappa was shocked. At that moment, Goku pushed upward with all his strength, knocking Nappa back several steps. Okay, you've been attacking for so long, now it's my turn. When Nappa heard this, he immediately became a little nervous, but Vegeta was behind him, so he could only pretend to be calm. Kakarot, I want to see how strong you are, Nappa said, as he clenched his hands tightly and rushed toward Goku again. Goku moved to the left and punched Nappa in the face with his right fist. Boom. Goku landed a hard hit on Nappa's face, knocking out 2 of his teeth. Nappa's body flew backward like a ray, crashing into the mountain behind him. A large cloud of sand and dust was kicked up from the ground. When the dust settled, Nappa climbed up from the ground, panting and wiping the blood from the corner of his mouth with his right hand. Tox! He really is a useless guy, Vegeta remarked disdainfully upon seeing this. Nappa seemed to notice Vegeta's disdain and his expression turned serious. He had been following Vegeta, so he understood him well. Vegeta was ruthless to everyone, and if Nappa failed to defeat Goku, he would surely be severely punished. Thinking of this, Nappa prepared to make a desperate move to defeat Goku at any cost. What? With a loud shout, Nappa suddenly gathered a wave of energy in his right hand and aimed it at Krillin. Goku was shocked. He didn't expect Nappa to target Krillin, and at his current speed, it was too late to save him. Boom. At that moment, Gohan moved and instantly appeared in front of Krillin, slapping Nappa's energy wave away with one palm. With a loud bang, airwaves exploded behind Krillin and the others. You Gohan, Krillin stammered, startled at first, then looked back at the explosion. Did you just save me? Yep, Gohan nodded. Nappa was taken aback. Then, why did that kid appear in front of that bald head? Vegeta's expression grew more serious. He had originally thought Goku was the strongest among them, but now it seemed Gohan's strength might be on par with Goku's. Interesting. After a moment, Vegeta raised the corners of his mouth slightly, a faint smile appearing on his face. At this moment, Nappa quickly clapped his hands together, releasing a large amount of golden energy that shot toward Tien-Shin-Han and the others. Seeing this, Tien-Shin-Han and the others all backed away. Freak! Goku shouted angrily, clenching his fists tightly. Kaioken, with a loud shout, Goku's body turned into a red flash of light as he rushed toward Nappa. What? Vegeta exclaimed, surprised as he dropped his hands. Boom! In an instant, Goku appeared in front of Nappa and struck him in the abdomen with his right fist. Nappa screamed loudly, his body flying back like a ray, slamming into the mountain behind him. With a loud crash, rocks tumbled down, burying Nappa beneath them. A thick cloud of dust quickly rose from the ground. After waiting for a while when the dust settled, Nappa's combat power had dropped from 4,000 to just 2 points. As expected, they are all a bunch of useless trash. Vegeta sneered, his disdain for Nappa deepening upon seeing his complete loss of combat effectiveness. After this, Goku glanced at Vegeta and said, Vegeta, your companions are still alive. If you leave now, I can let you go. Let us go, Vegeta laughed, as if he had heard a great joke.
Kakarot, don't think that just because you have some strength you can be arrogant in front of me.
To tell you the truth, my current fighting power is several times that of that guy. Several times better, Krillin and the others looked surprised. Gohan, however, watched Vegeta as if he were watching a show. Originally, he could have taken Vegeta down instantly with just one move, but he chose to hold back to satisfy Goku's desire to fight. Several times better. Though Goku had preserved some strength, his current Kaioken could only help him improve twofold at most, unless he ignored his body and increased the multiplier of Kaioken. But if he did that, his body would soon give out. Yes, Kakarot, are you scared? Vegeta taunted. Goku smiled and replied, If I were really scared, I wouldn't be fighting you. Is that so? Vegeta said, launching a blue energy wave with his right hand toward the boulders pinning Nappa. Boom! With a massive explosion, Nappa was blown to pieces along with the rocks on top of him. A thick cloud of dust and smoke rose from the ground. I, Vegeta, don't need useless waste. Krillin and the others looked on in horror. They hadn't expected Vegeta to actually kill one of his own. Seeing this, Goku clenched his fist tightly. Vegeta chuckled lightly and flew to the small mountain behind him. Goku immediately followed, flying to the small peak opposite Vegeta. The distance between the two peaks was only a few meters apart. A breeze blew, ruffling their hair. You should feel honored. A superior warrior like me rarely lowers himself to compete with a subordinate. Vegeta crossed his arms and smiled at Goku. Saiyans undergo a physical examination for warrior quality as soon as they are born. Children deemed too weak are sent to places without strong opponents like you. You are a recognized idiot. Goku replied, not angry, but smiling faintly. It's because of you that I was sent to this Earth. I really should thank you. Besides, there's only a thin line between genius and idiot. With hard work, you can surpass top students. Vegeta sneered at this. That's an interesting joke. Then I'll show you the gap you can't cross no matter how hard you try. Vegeta got into a fighting stance, and Goku mirrored him. Waves of wind swirled around them. Suddenly, Goku clenched his fist tightly, stepped forward with his right foot, and quickly flew toward Vegeta's peak. What? With a loud shout, Goku attacked Vegeta with punches like a whirlwind. Vegeta blocked with both hands, causing Goku to miss his intended target. Goku closed his fists again and attacked Vegeta like the wind. After exchanging blows for dozens of rounds, Vegeta bounced back and jumped behind several mountain peaks. Whoosh! Seeing this, Goku immediately pursued him. Vegeta chuckled, stepping hard on the mountain behind him and flying swiftly toward the chasing Goku, punching forward with his right fist. Boom! Goku was struck hard in the face and sent flying backward. Just as he was about to crash into the mountain behind him, Goku pushed off the ground with both feet and soared into the air. As he looked around, Vegeta suddenly appeared behind him, attacking with a blade-like strike from his right hand. Whoosh! Goku fell down, quickly turned around, and kicked at Vegeta. Vegeta stepped back and dodged the kick. The two continued to battle in the sky, exchanging fists and kicks like the wind. Whoosh! Bang, bang, bang! After dozens of exchanges, Vegeta increased his speed, delivering powerful punches to Goku's body. Goku screamed loudly as he lowered his body slightly. Whoosh! At that moment, Vegeta appeared above Goku in the sky and struck down with a hammer-like blow. Boom! With a violent sound, Goku's body plummeted downward like a ray of light. Just as he was about to crash onto the small mountain peak, Goku performed a backflip and landed on the peak behind him. Seeing this, Vegeta immediately landed on the small mountain peak in front of Goku. He is so powerful, he hasn't taken me seriously from the start. He is far superior to me in speed and combat. Goku thought, admiring Vegeta's confidence. Hurry up and make a move. Is it because you've run out of strength? I know, I'll let you see, Goku said, clenching his fists tightly as heat radiated from his body, turning his skin red. A red flame erupted from Goku's body. Kaioken! Goku raised his right hand, emitting a bright red light. Vegeta was startled and jumped up, both feet leaving the ground. With a loud bang, most of the mountaintop where Vegeta had been standing was blown away. Seeing this, Goku transformed into a red light and surged toward Vegeta in the sky. Boom! Goku struck Vegeta hard in the face with his right fist, causing Vegeta's head to snap back. Seizing the opportunity, Goku unleashed a flurry of punches to Vegeta's face with incredible speed. Then Goku raised his right foot and kicked Vegeta away. Bang! Goku clenched his fists and quickly fell to the ground, rushing toward Vegeta, who was flying backward. At that moment, Vegeta vanished and quickly appeared in front of Goku, kicking him in the chin with his right foot. The aura of Kaioken dissipated from Goku's body, sending him flying backward. Goku, now drenched in sweat, looked at Vegeta with a serious expression. Vegeta smiled slightly. It's so disappointing if that's your limit. While the two were engaged in fierce combat, Gohan was observing the surroundings. In the original Dragon Ball, Dr. Gero had once mentioned sending micro-robots to gather battle data between Goku and Vegeta. After scanning the area for a while, Gohan spotted a white micro-robot smaller than a thumbnail. Found it, Gohan exclaimed as he quickly caught the micro-robot. The micro-robot sensed it was being captured and immediately resisted. Gohan snorted coldly and stored it in the system's inventory. Gohan! At that moment, Piccolo and the others noticed Gohan appearing in the distance. Gohan nodded and quickly flew to Piccolo's side. Gohan, what happened? Piccolo asked. It's nothing. I thought I saw something, but I must have been mistaken. Is that so? After hearing this, Piccolo turned to watch Goku's battle. Originally, he thought Goku wouldn't be much stronger than him even after training under King Kai for a year. But he didn't expect the gap between them to have grown so wide. Thinking about this, Piccolo clenched his fists. Once this battle was over, he would need to train hard to catch up with Goku. What? At this moment, Vegeta clenched his fists and a powerful energy surged from his body, quickly rising upward. Boom! Under the influence of Vegeta's breath, the ground shook violently, and a large amount of sand and rocks were thrown into the air. Vegeta's entire body emitted a brilliant golden light, and a massive dark cloud appeared in the sky, covering everything. Okay, so powerful. As soon as he finished speaking, a strong wind erupted from Vegeta's body. Goku blocked the wind with his right hand and stepped back a bit. What? At that moment, Vegeta shouted loudly, and his body radiated an extremely dazzling light. A moment later, when everything calmed down, Vegeta's combat power had increased to 18,000. The shaking of the earth has stopped, and the black clouds in the sky have disappeared, Goku observed as he looked around. After saying that, Goku immediately focused on Vegeta in front of him. Thanks to the boost in his aura, Vegeta's expression was now very calm. Suddenly, he shouted and rushed toward Goku like lightning. Goku was startled, and before he could react, Vegeta slammed into him with his shoulder, sending him flying. Vegeta flashed forward and struck Goku hard in the back with his right elbow. Boom! Goku was knocked down, landing on a small mountain peak. Thud. Goku landed on his feet, and his body once again radiated a large amount of red aura. Twice the world Kaioken. With a loud shout, Goku's body transformed into a red light as he charged toward Vegeta. Vegeta quickly appeared behind Goku. Goku turned around just in time to see Vegeta's foot coming at him. Boom! Vegeta kicked Goku hard in the chest. Goku's body shot backward like a ray, crashing into a mountain behind him. Goku. Krillin and the others watched in worry. Vegeta sneered. Kakarot, is this all you have? Hearing this, Goku flew out from the mountain and landed on a small peak, breathing heavily. After a moment, Goku's eyes suddenly became determined. I can't just give up. Even if my body is hurt or I fight to my death, I will increase my Kakyoken to 3 times. What's wrong, Kakarot? Are you out of moves? Vegeta smiled at Goku's apparent hesitation. Goku slowly closed his eyes. You must hold on to my body. Vegeta looked slightly surprised. At that moment, Goku opened his eyes and a large amount of red energy burst from his body. 3 times Kaioken. With a loud shout, Goku's body transformed into a red flash of light and charged toward Vegeta. Vegeta was startled, and before he could react, Goku's right fist struck him hard. Boom! With a violent sound, Vegeta was sent flying like a ray. What? Goku shouted as he appeared above Vegeta in a flash. He then punched down with his right fist, knocking Vegeta out of midair. With a loud crash, Vegeta slammed into a huge mountain, causing it to collapse. A massive cloud of dust erupted from the ground. Whoosh! Goku gasped as the fiery red aura around him slowly dissipated. Although he had just used the triple Kaioken to hurt Vegeta, the strain of using it had taken a toll on his body. Thinking of this, Goku glanced back at Gohan. If Gohan had started this battle, it would have been over long ago. However, he had been training under King Kai for a year and wanted to face Vegeta himself. What? At that moment, Vegeta shouted loudly, and a powerful aura erupted from his body, blasting away the rocks that had pinned him down. He looked at his hands and noticed they were covered in blood. I was actually injured, Vegeta said in disbelief. Then, he angrily raised his head and glared at Goku in the sky. Bang! Vegeta jumped high into the sky, fueled by rage. Goku had fallen onto a small mountain due to the heavy toll of the triple Kaioken. What? At that moment, Vegeta clasped his hands behind him, purple lightning crackling from his fingertips. What? Goku was shocked. He glanced behind him, realizing, could it be that he wants to destroy the Earth? Vegeta snorted coldly. That's right, Kakarot. If you want to hide, just hide, but the Earth behind you can't be saved. Hearing this, Goku clenched his fists tightly and declared, I won't hide. What? After Goku spoke, a massive amount of red aura erupted from his body, as he slowly brought his hands together, saying, Triple Kaioken's Kamehame. At that moment, Vegeta finished gathering his energy and punched forward with both hands. Afterburner! After Vegeta shouted, a purple beam shot from his hands, heading straight for Goku. What? Goku yelled as he unleashed the Kamehameha. Bang. With a violent clash, the Kamehamehas and the Afterburner collided. Boom! The ground shook violently. Because Vegeta was stronger than Goku, the Afterburner quickly began to overpower the Kamehameha. Hateful. Goku grunted angrily, pushing upward with both hands. The Kamehameha pushed back against the afterburner slightly. Seeing this, Vegeta shouted and pushed down harder on the Kamehameha. What? Goku screamed as he struggled to maintain his position. Gohan! Krillin and the others looked at Gohan, realizing that only he could save the Earth at this moment. Gohan remained calm. At this moment, Goku's trembling hands suddenly clenched tightly. Quadruple Kaioken. With a loud shout, Goku raised the level of Kaioken again. An extremely powerful force surged into the Kamehameha, pushing it back against Vegeta's afterburner. What? Vegeta was shocked. Even though he tried to dodge, it was already too late. Bang! With an explosive sound, Vegeta was hit by his own afterburner, letting out a shocking scream. After waiting for a moment, once the explosion stopped, Vegeta's figure was no longer in the sky. Krillin asked, is it gone? Not yet! Gohan shook his head. Not gone? Gohan nodded and quickly flew to the seriously injured Goku. Gohan! Goku called out weakly. Gohan nodded and fed a senzu bean into Goku's mouth. Goku quickly swallowed it and felt his physical injuries heal. Once he recovered, Goku realized that his strength was much greater than before. What? Upon seeing Vegeta hiding in the clouds, Goku's expression changed. Every time a Saiyan survives the brink of death, their combat power increases several times. This meant Goku's power was now superior to Vegeta's. Hateful. Realizing this, Vegeta became furious. If he had known, he wouldn't have held back earlier and would have dealt with Goku sooner. At that moment, Goku flew up from below. Vegeta gritted his teeth, forming an artificial moon in his right hand and throwing it into the sky. Goku was startled and rushed to stop him, but Vegeta's eyes suddenly turned red and black hair sprouted all over his body. Rosier, With a massive roar, Vegeta transformed into a giant ape. Transformed. Krillin's eyes widened in shock. Boom! As soon as he finished speaking, Vegeta jumped down from the sky and landed heavily on the ground, sending up a massive cloud of dust. Seeing this, Goku looked solemn. At that moment, Vegeta shouted and attacked the surrounding mountains with both fists, causing several peaks to collapse under his powerful strikes. Have I lost control? As soon as he spoke, Vegeta suddenly turned around and lunged forward with both hands. Goku was startled and quickly stepped back. Aren't you out of control? He looked at Vegeta, who suddenly laughed. Kakarot, our superior warriors, do not lose control because of the giant ape transformation. Yeah. Goku clenched his fists and charged toward Vegeta like lightning. Vegeta jumped and soared into the air. Kaioken! Goku shouted, transforming into a red flash of light and circling behind Vegeta. Vegeta was taken aback. At that moment, Goku kicked Vegeta hard with his right foot. Vegeta screamed as his body flew back like a ray, crashing into the mountain behind him. With a loud bang, rocks rolled down from the mountain, kicking up more dust. Seeing this, Goku dispersed the red aura around him and declared, Vegeta, you are no longer my opponent. I advise you to admit defeat and leave the Earth. Ep1 looked puzzled. What's going on with Tien-Shin-Han? Goku was obviously not as strong as him just now, but after taking a senzu bean, his strength suddenly increased a lot. I don't know, Tien-Shin-Han shook his head. Admit defeat. Vegeta's anger flared at Goku's words. If Goku hadn't taken the senzu bean and healed, he would have defeated him long ago. How could Goku be so arrogant? Thinking of this, Vegeta clenched his hands tightly. Kakarot, if you hadn't relied on that bean to recover from your injuries, you would have lost to me long ago. If it weren't for the senzu beans, I would indeed have lost to you. But even so, you have no chance of winning at all. Kakarot, what do you mean? To tell you the truth, Gohan's strength far surpasses mine now. If he had taken action, he would have killed you long ago. That kid. Hearing this, Vegeta immediately looked at Gohan in the distance. From the beginning, he had sensed that Gohan was not ordinary, but he didn't expect him to be their trump card. Kakarot, you say that Brat is far stronger than you, so why are you still fighting me? Why? I think it's probably because I want to fight powerful enemies and improve my strength. A mighty enemy. Vegeta smiled slightly at this. Although Goku annoyed him, these words brought him some satisfaction. You just said that Brat is far more powerful than you. Yep. Goku nodded. After hearing this, Vegeta opened his mouth and fired a Qigong cannon at Gohan. Gohan stood calmly, pointing his right index finger at the Qigong cannon, instantly defusing it. Vegeta was taken aback. He had thought Goku was lying, but he didn't expect Gohan's strength to be far more terrifying than he had imagined. At that moment, Gohan flashed behind Vegeta in the blink of an eye. No, it's gone. As soon as he finished speaking, Gohan condensed a golden air blade in his right hand and sliced through Vegeta's tail. With a loud bang, the tail hit the ground heavily. No, not good. Vegeta's expression changed as he saw this. As soon as he finished speaking, his body slowly shrank back to human form. Seeing this transformation, Vegeta's expression turned extremely nervous. In his giant ape state, he was no match for Goku and the others, and now that he had returned to human form, he was even less capable of fighting them. Vegeta, let's go. You can't beat me in your current state. At that moment, Goku suddenly spoke up. After hearing this, Vegeta gritted his teeth in anger. Kakarot, I lost to you this time, but I will never lose to you again the next time we meet. That's fine. Goku nodded. Seeing this, Vegeta immediately turned around and flew toward his spaceship. A moment later, he activated the ship and left Earth. Krillin said, Let's go. Let's go. Yeah! After all, Gohan is so strong, there's no way he can beat Gohan. Yamcha added, That's true. Just then, Goku and Gohan flew over from a distance. Goku. Gohan. Krillin shouted with a smile on his face. The two nodded in acknowledgement. By the way, Goku, why did you let that guy go? After he gets stronger, he might come back to Earth. Krillin asked. Nothing much. I just heard from King Kai that there are only a few of us. Saiyans left, so I thought I'd let him go. Is that so? Piccolo snorted coldly. Goku, you are always so kind. Sooner or later, you will hurt yourself. Goku smiled and replied, Bick, when did you become so concerned about me? I don't care about you, I just want to remind you for Gohan's sake. Gohan, Goku said as he glanced at Gohan. Piccolo, you have worked hard this year. If it weren't for you, Gohan wouldn't be as strong as he is now. Piccolo snorted again. Don't get me wrong, Goku. I trained Gohan just to borrow his power to fight the Saiyans together. Goku smiled and nodded. Now that the battle is over, shall we all go back? Okay. On the other side, Vegeta, who had left Earth, was staring into the universe with his fists clenched. Kakarot, Gohan, I will definitely defeat you the next time we meet. Back on Earth at Goku's home on Mount Paozu, Goku and Gohan flew back to their door. Dong dong. Goku knocked on the door with his hand. After a while, Chi-Chi came out and opened the door. Gohan. When Chi-Chi saw that Gohan was safe, she immediately stepped forward and hugged him tightly. Being hugged like this made Gohan feel flattered. At that moment, the Ox King also walked out of the house and picked up Gohan off the ground. Gohan felt a little helpless about this. He actually didn't like being hugged, but at 5 years old, it was normal for him to be treated like a child. So, Gohan, was it you who defeated the Saiyan, or was it Goku? After the Ox King put Gohan back down, he asked. Dad knocked him down. Really? And Saiyans shouldn't be that strong. Hearing this, Gohan smiled, but said nothing. Well, Gohan, now that the battle is over, it's almost time for you to go back to your room and study. Grandpa! Gohan immediately looked at the Ox King. The Ox King felt a bit embarrassed. One was his daughter, and the other was his grandson. No matter who he helped or didn't help, it wouldn't be good. Chi-Chi, why don't you let Gohan finish his lunch before studying? Dad! Chi-Chi looked at the Ox King with an unhappy expression. Dad, we agreed yesterday that Gohan must study when he comes back today, but you're spoiling him again? Okay, I know. Chi-Chi, I will let Gohan study now. That's more like it. After hearing this, Gohan looked at Goku beside him. Goku said nothing, so there was little hope. Gohan didn't say anything more, and obediently returned to his room to study. Once inside, Gohan took out the computer Bulma had given him from the system's inventory. Since there was no internet at home, Gohan asked the system to turn on its Wi-Fi. After powering up the computer, Gohan took out the micro-robot he had captured earlier, and through system scanning, found the robot's computer connection port. Using the connection, Gohan quickly uncovered the information collected by the micro-robot. This micro-robot hadn't gathered much data, only details about the battle between Goku and Vegeta. Gohan deleted this information and sought out the supercomputer that controlled the micro-robot. He wanted to invade this supercomputer, but its defenses were too strong. With his current technology, there was no way to hack in. System, Dr. Jiro's supercomputer is too difficult to hack into. Can you help me? The system coughed. Master, I am a cultivation system, not a universal system. Gohan smiled and replied. So, there are things you can't do. It's not that it can't be done. The main thing is that I am a serious system. Helping people hack into computers is definitely not something a legitimate system would do. Really? In that case, I will slowly study how to hack into this computer myself. If I can't do it in 1 day, I'll try again in 2 days. If not, then I'll take a month or a year. The system was speechless. Gohan was clearly threatening it. Master, I thought about it carefully. Dr. Jiro's a bad person. If I help you, I will be helping justice. Okay, Gohan nodded. So, system, how can I hack into this supercomputer? It's easy, I'll do it. As soon as he finished speaking, Gohan's computer successfully invaded Dr. Jiro's supercomputer. Awesome! Seeing the invasion was successful, Gohan quickly checked Dr. Jiro's supercomputer information. Soon he found details about androids 16 through 20. Android 16 had already been successfully created by Dr. Jiro, while androids 17 and 18 were still in development. As for androids 19 and 20, they had only been drawn in design. Android 17, Android 18. Gohan looked at the design drawings on the computer and fell into deep thought. Androids 17 and 18 were transformed from humans, and Dr. Jiro was not very mature in his control technology. Therefore, even if Gohan altered Dr. Jiro's original program, it wouldn't make much difference. He could try changing the programs of androids 19 and 20. But he wasn't sure if Dr. Jiro would transform himself into Android 20 like in the original story. After thinking for a while, Gohan exited Dr. Jiro's supercomputer and stored the micro-robot back in the system. Since the creation of androids 19 and 20 had not begun yet, he had no way of inputting programs into them. At that moment, Gohan suddenly heard the sound of the door handle turning. Startled, he quickly put the computer into the system. When the door opened, a tall and burly man walked in. This man was none other than Gohan's grandfather, the Ox King. Gohan, it's time to eat. Okay, Gohan nodded. After lunch, Gohan took a nap at home. When it was almost 2 o'clock, Chi-Chi knocked on the door and walked into Gohan's room, waking him up. Gohan, it's already 2 o'clock. It's almost time to study. Study? Gohan asked in a daze. Go wash up, then start reading and doing exercises. Okay, Gohan said, getting up and running into the bathroom. After waiting his turn, Gohan closed the door, took out a piece of hair that had fallen out earlier, and transformed it into a clone of himself. Then you will study for me later. Okay. The clone nodded. Seeing this, Gohan instantly moved to the peak where Piccolo was training. Piccolo, who was meditating, opened his eyes upon sensing Gohan's energy. Gohan! Uncle Piccolo, Gohan replied immediately. Gohan, didn't you go back? Why are you here? My mom wanted me to study, but I don't really want to, so I came to you. That's right, but if that's the case, won't your mom be worried? It's okay, Uncle Piccolo, I left a clone at home. A clone? Gohan pulled a hair from his head and transformed it into his clone. Uncle Piccolo, look, this is my clone. Piccolo was momentarily stunned. Gohan's clone looked exactly like him in both energy and appearance. It was hard to tell them apart without careful observation. How many clones like this can you create? I don't know, but a few thousand shouldn't be a problem. A few thousand. Yep. Then can they fight? Of course, but they only have 1,000th of my power. 1 in 1,000, can they transform into Super Saiyans? If their combat power is sufficient, I think it should be possible. Upon hearing this, Piccolo imagined thousands of Super Saiyans in his mind. If Gohan really became that strong, he might not be able to match even a single hair of Gohan's head. Thinking of this, Piccolo's resolve to become stronger intensified. Then Gohan, can you let your clone fight with me? He couldn't beat Gohan, but maybe he could defeat a weakened version of him. Gohan was taken aback. Uncle Piccolo, you want to fight my clone? Yeah, what's the problem? Gohan smiled and replied, No, I'm just a little surprised. He couldn't say that Piccolo couldn't defeat his clone. After hearing this, Piccolo looked skeptical. In that case, why don't you let him fight with me first? Okay. Gohan nodded. After saying that, Gohan's clone immediately stood in front of Piccolo. The two of them exchanged glances and quickly backed away to create some distance between them. Then let's get started. Piccolo said to Gohan's clone, Gohan's clone nodded. What? When Piccolo saw this, he shouted, clenched his fist, and charged toward Gohan's clone. Soon, Piccolo was in front of Gohan's clone, attacking him with fists like the wind. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Gohan's clone moved slightly and easily dodged Piccolo's attacks. What? Piccolo was startled and quickly stepped back. At that moment, Gohan's clone flashed behind Piccolo and punched him in the abdomen with his right fist. Piccolo screamed as he flew backward onto the mountain behind him. Seeing this, Gohan immediately covered his face. He had wanted his clone to hold back, but since Piccolo was right next to him, he couldn't say it directly. If he had known earlier, he would have asked the system to teach him how to communicate silently. Whoosh! At this moment, Piccolo gasped and slowly got up from the ground. What? After staring at Gohan's clone for a moment, he charged at him again. Whoosh! Bang, bang, bang! Piccolo's fist struck Gohan's clone hard, but the clone resisted and stepped back. Boom! Just when Piccolo forced Gohan's clone into a large mountain, the clone suddenly vanished, and Piccolo's right fist hit the mountain hard. Hateful! Piccolo cried out in frustration and quickly turned around. At that moment, Gohan's clone appeared in midair, delivering a tornado kick with his right foot. With a bang, Piccolo was kicked into the mountain behind him, sending a cloud of dust flying. Whoosh! Thud! Gohan's clone landed on his feet in front of Piccolo with a calm expression. Seeing this, Gohan quickly flew over to his clone. Why did you hit him so hard? But didn't you ask me to fight him just now? I meant to fight him, but you didn't have to be so harsh. But I was already merciful. I thought you wanted me to train him. Bang! At that moment, Piccolo climbed up from the boulder he had been pressed against. Gohan, don't let your clone hold back. Just let him come at me. Okay. Gohan nodded. Just then, a figure flew down from the sky. It was Goku. Father. As soon as he spoke, Goku landed in front of them. Goku glanced at Gohan and his clone, showing surprise. Two Gohans. Instead of two Gohans, there's just a clone of Gohan, Piccolo said, crossing his arms. A clone? Piccolo nodded. I was wondering why there were 3 waves of Gohan's energy. Goku looked at Gohan and said, You must be the real Gohan, right? Gohan nodded. Is the Gohan at home also your clone?